Hey my loves, happy Saturday y'all. I hope y'all are having an awesome day. I am having a pretty decent day. I just been in my thoughts all day. I don't know, I've been thinking about a whole bunch of stuff today. And so the first thing we're gonna talk about that I was thinking about was I just see so many women, and I won't say men don't go through these things either, but I see a lot of women around me who are struggling or in that place that I used to be years ago. 3 and 5 years ago, I'm seeing women who are going through those things that I used to go through. They're working hard. They're working 2 and 3 jobs just trying to maintain their families and stuff. And so if that's you and you feeling like nothing you do is enough, I'm here to tell you, I've been there before. You can go out here and get all the jobs you want. Work your fingers to the bone. You can even croak over and pass away. And the hard work that you're putting into these jobs, them people will find another you in a heartbeat. But that was me. I will work. I ain't allergic to working. I know in order to get what I want, I gotta work for it. And I'm that person. I'm willing to do that to get what I need to take care of me and my children. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of us out there who are struggling to just take care of our families. And at the end of the day, you got other things on top of that. You got to go home if you have a home, because I've been homeless too. So I'm only talking about things that I've experienced. I ain't talking about nobody else's situation, but I'm just saying these things are coming in my forefront all over again. And I guess that's God's way of showing me that you were once here and now you're here. You know what I'm saying? He will use anything and anybody to get a message through to you. And so those times that I felt like, dang, I'm doing so much, but the most that I'm doing don't seem like it's enough. Like I'm doing the most, but the most that I'm doing just don't seem like it's enough to get done what I need done. You know what I'm saying? I know there's other people out there who feel the same way. It's like I'm doing this and I'm doing that and it's still not working. And then on top of that, kids might be acting crazy. You get home, your spouse might be tripping, you know what I'm saying? Just got a whole bunch of stuff going on, and it just feel like ain't nothing I can do to make this situation better. But throwing in the towel is not an option. You got to stay there and stick it out. But I'm just here to tell you that you got this. You can do this. When it get hard, it make you feel like, boy, I'm by myself. But you're not. Somebody else has been where you are, and they came out of it. You'll come out of where you are too, and somebody else is going to be going through where you used to be. And so that's what I've been seeing, is that used to be me. So when I see people, because like you can see yourself in other people, like not exactly yourself, but you can see the things that you've been through in your life. You can see those things in other people. You know what I'm saying? And I've had a person who's working 3 and 4 jobs, I know, busting their butt to take care of their family. I see them when they get out of their car, they're tired, they're limping in the house. That used to be me. Go in the house, turn around, wake back up, go to the next job. Just going, and you ain't doing nothing but tearing yourself down. But in your mind, you got to do this, because who else gonna do it? It's just me. So if I don't get out here and work these 3 and 4 jobs, how the bills gonna get paid? If I don't go out here and work these 3 or 4 jobs, how we gonna eat? How I'm gonna keep gas in the car? How am I just gonna survive? You know what I'm saying? And so it's hard, y'all. I know, I've been there. Homeless, working 2 jobs, was about to get 3, but body already tearing down because the 2 that I got, I went from no days off, y'all. No days off with the 2 jobs that I had. I worked every single day. And the only time I was off was when I was sick. I don't know who this is for, but I'm just saying. Them jobs will replace you in a heartbeat. You can be laid up in the hospital bed, and after you've been laid up in the hospital bed for a little too long, they'll start calling you, asking you, okay, so what you gonna do? Well, I'm in the hospital, so what y'all want me to do? When them calls right there start coming in, that lets you know that, hey, baby, we just need to know what you plan on doing, because we finna start doing interviews to fill your spot. So you need to tell us something if you plan on coming back. If you are, how long you need, because we can't wait that long for you. And that don't make you feel good inside at all. And I'm gonna be honest, that used to hurt my nerves. But I have had decent jobs where they actually did show that they care. But I also had some that was just like, hey, I came in right after I got out of the hospital. You know, when you get out of the hospital, you done laid in the bed or whatever, you still kind of groggy, you ain't yourself just yet. But I'm a single mom. I'm trying to do what I gotta do. I'm the only one paying my bills. I got a car note. I got a child to take care of. I still have bills even though I'm homeless. I still have bills. So if I don't go to work, how are those things going to get taken care of? Yeah, I could try government assistance, but I'm trying to get out of this hole and stand on my own 2 feet. I'm getting certain assistance, but I don't want all that stuff, because the system is rigged up to keep you stuck in it, and I don't want to be stuck in the system, which is why after some time, dang, I bit my tongue. Sorry. I'm telling y'all sorry like y'all bit my tongue. I bit my own tongue. Girl, be careful with your mouth. Anyways, so with those assistants, it's a cycle that keep you coming back, just like those loans that you can go to get your little payday loan or whatever. And it's hard to get out of that cycle, because if you pay it off, then you short on this check for things that you need, and then you end up turning around and getting another loan because you just can't give up that full amount right now. You know what I'm saying? But I know somebody understand what I'm talking about, because I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but I thought about it today. Like, you know, I see so many women who are out here busting their behinds, kids probably giving them all kind of hell or whatever, the school calling, the bills are calling, the job is calling, everybody is calling, but you still you running out of energy for your life. Like my life, when I was going through it, spend what time with my child? The time that we riding from me picking him up from the babysitters to the house, or to wherever we're staying at the moment, because I wasn't homeless the whole time that I had my son and working those 2 jobs. I still had a home at some point, but at some point I also went homeless too. So you know what I'm saying? So the most time I spent with my son at the time was on our way home from the babysitters. Once I get there, it's time to go to sleep, because right after that, gotta turn right back around, take him to the babysitters again. And then you would probably say, well, why don't you just leave him at the babysitter? Because I want to see my child at some point of the day. You know what I'm saying? All I've been seeing is work. I want to see my child and spend whatever little time I can, because that little time added up, it counted. And he was actually looking forward to those times. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to make sure it wasn't real time, but it was some time. You know what I'm saying? So we go home, we do a bath, eat dinner, all that good stuff, and then it's time to go to bed. If it's still too kind of early or whatever, I'll go to bed, and he'll stay up until it's time for him to go to bed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Single parent stuff. You do what you gotta do. When you're by yourself, you gotta make it do what it do. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? But he was still safe and good, and at this time he was probably 11 or 12 or something like that. So he wasn't like a small kid, but he was, you know, he was still, he was either 11 or 10 or 12, one of them. But I still wanted my time with my child for whatever time frame that I could get him for. You know what I'm saying? But y'all are strong. We are strong. If you can manage 2 jobs, take care of your kids, and if you got a spouse at home, the bills and all that there stuff, it's an art, baby. You doing something. You doing more than others can do. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever count yourself out. You get tired, but you don't give up, because only you can take care of your kids the way you want your kids to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where this junk is coming from, but I'm just saying, after I went through all of that, now I'm here. Sometimes it is still a struggle over here, but I figure if I'm not in any of those positions that I was in back when, I'm good. I can get through anything. And I got through those things too, but I'm just saying, ain't nothing been that bad over here that, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I'm just going to give up. I'm not going to do it. I haven't. The time that I should have gave up, but I didn't do it, no, you can't either. You can't give up. It ain't in you. If you holding down 2 or 3 jobs, you ain't a quitter. You ain't a quitter. What I said, the earlier, our inspirational card said it. Who said it was gonna be easy? It ain't easy, but God put no more on you than you can bear. So if you going through this, He already knew you was built for this situation, and you gonna get through it just fine. It may feel like it's beating you down, but guess what? You still got fight left in you to keep it moving. And that's all you gotta do is just keep it moving. Set some kind of goal in your head and keep looking forward. Focus on that. And everything else will start falling in place. But giving up, you ain't got that option. That's not one of the options. So you got to figure out something else. But you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. With tears in your eyes, with your body hurting every single day, with little funds in your pockets, with you're not having enough to eat to feed your kids. You rather feed them and you go hungry. Hey, been there, done that. But you're still doing it. You don't give up. It's hard out here. It is. But you was built for it. You was built for it. And can't nobody tell you your story. Can't nobody tell you what you went through. Especially if they ain't lent a hand to help the situation. They can't tell you nothing. But one day you'll see you, the old you, in somebody else being in the place that you were in that you're not in no more. If that makes sense. But I'm just saying, I've seen a couple of things. I even seen a woman who's dealing with a man in prison. I could talk about that too. Been there, done that. But that's another video. But you done come this far to give up. You can't give up. That ain't an option. Keep it moving. Keep dreaming. Keep having faith. And following Christ. And praying daily. That's how you will get through it. But it's going to be okay. It may not feel like it, but it's going to be okay. I'm telling you, I done been down in some dark places. I done been down in some holes, and I done crawled up out of it with the grace of God. Prayers do work. When I tell you pray, I mean that with everything in me. Prayer is what gets you through a whole lot of things, especially when it seemed impossible. You give it to the one who is possible. You give it to your Father. Let Him handle that situation. Lord, I can't do this. I'm going to give it over to you. And then you walk away from it and you keep it moving. You don't stay in that place because you gave it to Him. So now, once you give it over to Him, that's how I be telling my son. When you pray to God and you give Him a situation, you got to give it to Him and you got to walk away from it. Keep it moving. Set it and forget it. Just like that little oven. Set it and forget it. And before you know it, your prayer will be answered. He hear all your prayers. He ain't ignoring you. But He has a specific time when He wants to deliver your blessing to you. He ain't going to deliver it to you when you want Him to. But when He feels like you've learned a lesson, that when He give you that blessing, that you going to do what you're supposed to do with that blessing, you're not going to turn back to the old ways, that's when He'll give it to you. But it'll be on time. That's all I know. It'll definitely be on time. But giving up ain't an option. It ain't. You got to keep it moving. You done already started it. Now you got to finish it. Because see, I could have gave up. I could have gave my son to a family member. could have did that. But I wouldn't have learned anything. I wouldn't have been able to get to this place, because my child is my child. That is my problem. He's not a problem, but you get what I'm saying. He is my responsibility. I'm giving my responsibility to somebody else. That's me chickening out. And sometimes I do understand that there are circumstances where you do have to hand over your kids or whatever, but I'm just saying, for those of you who you've already gotten this far with your kids, the journey is for you to continue going with your kids, because guess what your kids are watching? Because my son was there through the process of me struggling and watched me get back up. Now he knows how to do that when he gets into a situation. Now he knows, okay, I didn't see my mama give up. I seen my mama pray. I seen my mama work harder. I seen my mama do this, and she did that. And now she in this place. So your kids see you. If they see you run from everything, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're not going to handle anything. They're not going to take accountability for anything. Your kids are a representation of yourself. So whatever it is that you're showing around your kids, that's what they're absorbing. That's what they're picking up. So when they get out here in the world and they grow up, well, I didn't see my mama. She didn't, when things got hard, she ran over here and she did this. She begged people on the corner for money. So I don't know nothing about working hard. I just know how to go out here and ask for other people to assist me with stuff, and they give it to me. So now I don't know. So if I didn't teach my son how to change a tire, I showed him a couple of times, and then by that third time, he was changing tires ever since he was 7 years old. I have not changed the tire as long as he's been around me. I don't change tires. Since he was 7 years old, he learned how to change a tire. We moved up from a tire on up to a headlight. Little simple stuff. Only the stuff that I knew how to do. I did take auto mechanics in school, and so I do know a little something. But what I didn't have the tools for, I called a mechanic. And 9 times out of 10, if you're working on my car, I am going to be standing over your shoulder, because I'm learning, I'm absorbing more things of how to fix certain stuff on a car, especially my own car. So if you're working on my car, I'm definitely going to be looking over your shoulder to see what you're doing. So that way, if it's something simple and I have the tools for it, I can do it myself. I ain't got to call you next time. I'm very self-sufficient. I like doing that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But if I got a man in my car, sir, I'm going to need you to handle that. I can do it. But if you my man, you get out there and get dirty. I don't have a problem with getting dirty. I really don't. I would get under the hood with you, under the car, hand you whatever tools you need. I'm just not that girl. But if you my man, of course I need you to, if you know how to work on cars, because it's some men out here who don't, you know what I'm saying? But if mines know how to work on it, I would prefer you to get out there and I assist you. It's not a problem. We can make it teamwork, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, if you felt like giving up before this video came out, giving up ain't an option, honey. Find something else to do. But giving up ain't an option. You done come too far to walk away now. You're almost to the finish line. So ain't no giving up. You just got a little more to go and you'll be finished. So get it together. Find some strength from somewhere. You got to have pep talks with yourself. Do it, because it's your journey. Learn the lesson so that way we don't have to go through this no more. That's what it's all about. Once you get the lesson, you get the blessing. So go and get your blessing. It's there. I love y'all. Have a great day. Stay tuned for the next video of things that I've been thinking about today. I love y'all. Have a great weekend. Bye.